I am Avantika Malik, Business Development Manager at Qualisec Technologies. Here we have with us one of the most established leader in the cybersecurity field, Mr. Pavitra Kumar Sahu. He is a cybersecurity expert and the co-founder of Qualisec Technologies. Today he is going to be the speaker for us this evening. We are going to discuss how penetration testing can help prevent data breach and cyber attacks in mobile apps. So I request our speaker to take this session forward and help us gain more insights on mobile application security. So over to you, sir.
Thanks, Avantika. Thanks for the sweet introduction. So, hi guys. So let me share my screen and we'll direct jump into the presentation. So let's start the webinar. So as you all know that today's webinar topic is mobile application penetration testing guide. So in today's meeting we'll discuss what is mobile app, what is mobile app penetration testing, and what is its significance of mobile app penetration. We will also discuss why business need mobile app penetesting, and there are few common vulnerability that things also we discuss. So moving ahead, before starting, so let me introduce myself again. So this is Pavitra. I am a co-founder and CEO of Qualisec, and I have almost 7+ years of experience in cybersecurity and penetration testing. And I'm very much excited today to discuss about the mobile app penetration testing with you guys. So let's begin. So let's start with like simple question, like what is mobile app penetesting? Mobile app penetesting is it is a cybersecurity process where security professional, so-called ethical hacker, simulate the real world attack scenarios, like how other hackers are hacking it. So in simple word, we hack it before any malicious user or hacker can hack, so that we can make sure that our application is secure, right? We detect the issue earlier, we fix it. And whenever someone like malicious user, malicious attacker can target our application, we already make sure that our application is secure. And it helps businesses to check their application current security measure and how strong they are against cyber attacks. And the process, the penetration testing process is actually in 2 phases we conduct, generally conducted. Like first is the vulnerability scanning, like where scan the mobile application to find out the vulnerability, and second and the most important thing is the manual penetration testing techniques. So these techniques are involving a very comprehensive analysis, rigorous testing, like how we can manipulate something, how we can impact on the application. Those things are gonna cover. And in the penetration testing, so in penetration testing, the most important part is the report. So like how we report to a client or to a prospect, right? So in penetration testing report, it is very essential to include, okay, what is the name, what is their impact level, what is the process to step to reproduce, right? And the remediation and recommendation step, right? So those things are included in a mobile app penetration testing. And if I go for the moving to the next step, like why actually businesses or companies need mobile app penetesting. So there are like plenty of reason people need penetesting, right? But for mobile application, there are specific reasons also present. One is identify vulnerability earlier, as I mentioned, before someone hack on our application, we ourselves hack it and we make sure that our application become more secure. And then make a secure app, knowing the common vulnerabilities, help the developers to make sure their application is secure and compliant different industry standard. So in today's world, industry standard is must to running a business in USA, in Europe. Like it is very must. It's a very common thing nowadays. So those PCI DSS, GDPR, HIPAA, even ISO 27001, SOC 2, they need penetration testing. And if you have a mobile application, they mention, okay, do you have a software certificate or do you have a mobile like ISO 27001 certificate or not? So those times this penetration testing is needed. Fourth, attract more user. For example, if you let's assume like if you have a fintech application, right? And you mentioned that our application is secure, and we are certified with PCI DSS guidelines, like those phone pay or Google Pay. When you open it, there is they mention in the small icon that we are PCI DSS certified, like GDPR. Those things they mention. They mention that we are encrypted, we are secure. They they why they do that? They want to attract more user and attract new user, because they can build trust, like their client can trust on their application. And second, and very important thing for a business owner or the business managers, okay, the peace of mind. If they know that their application is secure, if they know their application is safe and free from all vulnerability, they can like do other things. They can motivate to innovation. They can achieve business goals, and they will not interrupt with any hackers attack or any malicious bot attacks. So this is the why reason. This is the reason why people or business need mobile app penetration testing. Moving on, the biggest risk in the mobile applications, like what are the common vulnerability that are present, and what is the biggest security risk? Starting with like sensitive data in local storage. So this is the issue. Means see, we installed a application in our mobile device, right? So in the mobile, so it will store something in our local storage, right? These local storage are not encrypted or not properly secured, right? So sometime like what companies are doing, like with my all my experience, like I have been conducted more than 100 of mobile applications pen testing. So, like usually what I saw that around two out of one application, like one out of two applications are actually falling under this issue. Their development team set up those local file, those sensitive, they store the sensitive information like user ID, password, like session ID, or like their transaction IDs in the local storage, which is not a very higher critical issue, but it's commonly found. Like even if you can test in any mobile application, you just test this kind of vulnerability, you will definitely found. Second one is the like hard coded credential in source code. What developer thinks like okay, we have set up the credentials, even if in our source code no one able to disclose it, right? We are not going to share source code, but there is a technique called reverse engineering, where we do like we got the APK file or IPA file, we do reverse engineering to find their all source codes. And during source code review, there are definitely we found this kind of issue like hard coded credentials. Like this type of testing called SAST, like static analysis, where we analyze each and every code. Okay, is it properly written or not? Is it following proper industry practices or not? And this hard-coded credential also like found in many mobile applications. Like this in the screenshot we have given, like usually how they do it, this like in the code they mention okay the username is this and password is in a encoded format. So the development thing okay this will no one will gonna disclose it, but it's automatically fast of thing. It is like disclose the username. If someone can like decrypt those things, those passwords, they can easily get it, right? Even though they sometimes in application we see that they do not need to like decrypt the password. Even if the encrypted password in encrypted format can also work. So developer store the hard-coded credential in source code, which is a very high-level security issue. Third is OTP bypass. This is a one type of issue, but to be fair, it is a API vulnerability. So in a mobile application, there are backend APIs. Okay, people think okay, we have backend APIs, no one can able to access it. But think like a hacker. They have a like a routed device. They download a mobile application, capture each and every request using different tools, box like they capture it. They capture the request, and when they capture, they are also capturing those APIs as well. So in those APIs, for example, if certain OTP is going on, they try to bypass it. They try to brute force it, right? So in every application, like nowadays, developers or like companies are very much aware of these OTP bypass and business logic things, and they make sure to secure their web applications, but they underestimate the mobile application. But in mobile application, we can found lot of API vulnerabilities, including OTP bypass, payment manipulation, everything in mobile application. It is very easy to find. And last, but everywhere we found it, very common vulnerability is SQL injection. Like in mobile application also, we can found SQL injection. How we can found SQL injection? So we have to identify, like if we think like a hacker, we have to identify that is the application using any like MySQL or SQL queries or not, and is there any input field or not, and then they put a malicious SQL queries and try to execute in the database. And if they got successful, means they have the access to the database. So simply by your mobile application, a hacker can like access your database and can extract anything, like extract all users data, extract all user financial information, all user healthcare information, and they sell in the dark web, right? So these are four commonly founded vulnerability in mobile application. And this is not limited to four. There are like 4,000 of different vulnerability that can be found in a mobile application. And moving ahead, like the biggest challenges in mobile application pen testing, like what are the challenges like people are actually facing, right? So first is the diverse platform. Like if we talk about only mobile, there are actually basically two things in our mind, whether there is Android or there is iOS. There are separate vulnerability can be found in Android, and there are separate vulnerability can be found in iOS. So these are two diverse platforms. So each operating system has its own security layer, and it's also having own like it's differentiated way to find the vulnerabilities. Second, like frequent update. Like there are many applications who regularly update. Like there are many companies who regularly update their mobile application. Every new update bring new code changes, and every new code changes bring new security risk. And that also very important, very challenging to keep up with the security standard. Third is the data storage issue, as just in the previous slide as I mentioned, like every one out of two applications we are actually finding this data storage issue. So developer configure the application in such a way that they store the data in local storage, but there are also a very biggest challenges we face that how it is storing, is it secure or not, how we tweak it. Okay, so those kind of things are also challenging. Third party libraries, like in mobile application we use different libraries, different SDK, different softwares. So those also comes with hidden vulnerabilities, different vulnerabilities like root break and jailbreak device. Root is for the Android device, jailbreak for the iOS device. So if our application is installed in a rooted device, this is a very significant thing. Very like a hacker can easily do small lot of things. Those API testing they can do. Like they can manipulate the data. They can do sort lot of business logic issues. They can find a lot of business logic issues. So this is also one challenges. And like evolving cybersecurity threats, every day new threats are increasing, every day new vulnerability are coming. So keep up with the pace, that is also challenging. And last and what the most important is the security policies. Like every day Google Play Store or Apple Store changing the regularly changing the security policies are started. And to have our application present in Play Store, we have to follow certain standard. So that's why these are the biggest challenges. People actually try to comply with them. So they make sure that they have to do a penetration testing to fulfill all these things. And here is the we discussed the challenge. So definitely we're going to discuss the solution as well. So the solution is like how we have to do the pen testing. Here, how we mentioned that how Qualysec or how we actually do the pen testing to achieve those challenges. Starting with, we check all around, like every corner, 360-degree we check. Like we do SAST, like static analysis, DAST, dynamic analysis. SAST means like we've got the APK, we got the IP file, we reverse engineered it, we found the source code and analysis. So this is static analysis. Dynamic analysis is we install the application in our mobile device, we capture each and every request through Bobsoup, through different tools, and we test it. We run the application and we test it. So those comes under dynamic analysis. In this way, we can secure the application from source code level and from running level. Second, we test for the latest threat, like whatever the latest threat are evolving, new issue that is generated. Those 0 days, we are actually try to keep our database up to date and test those things. And there is hybrid testing, like it is very important because hybrid testing, what is the meaning of hybrid testing is like both automation and both manual, both have to do, right? So it is very important to use both things. So we cannot like depend only on one, because those things have some merits. Like automation is fast, automated can crawl each and every request, right? But manual can be very effective, very efficient, and very accurate. So we have to make sure that we use both in a very process-based manner, so that we can get like best out of it. Third is the like a detailed reporting. So pen testing is like finding the issue, but it is not the full solution. The solution is how we can solve it, how we can fix it. So there is the pen test report is very important in that case, where like it should be very comprehensive. It's not just a tools can report. It should be very comprehensive report. Like everything should be mentioned, like the name of the vulnerability, the impact severity, likelihood of the vulnerability, the description, means what is the meaning of the vulnerability, impact, like what is the consequences, like what is the impact of the vulnerability on your application. Instances means where we actually found this issue, in API, in source code, if it is in source code, in which file, if it is in API, in which API cost. So those things can be mentioned so that we can find the root cause. And then the step to reproduce, like how we found and explored this vulnerability. From opening the application in our mobile device till we explored the issue. What the steps we follow, what the script we do, everything with screenshot. And then we have to provide the remediation step. That okay, this is the issue, how we found it, but how your team can fix it, how the development team can fix it. So the remediation step also very important, along with the CW number, OAuth number, and some references are also needed, because like as a pen testing company, we want to make sure that the development time, the developers time reduced during the fixing. So a detailed reporting is very important in penetration testing. Fifth is the remediation support, like think like a or developer, like the development team, like definitely need help, definitely need help. They definitely need help in reproducing, definitely need help in remediating, right? So in that case, we have to provide them support. We have to provide them ongoing support over email, Slack, call, right? Over even Gmeet and Zoom Meet. We actually provide them remediation support. And the retest also very important, because we see okay, we found the issue, we fixed the issue, but we have to make sure that the issue is actually fixed. So in that case, retest is very important. Like where we have to check okay, whatever the vulnerability that we have found in previous test, is it actually properly fixed or not. So the retest also very important. And then the continuous vulnerability assessment. As I mentioned that every day the code is changes, new feature is built, right? New security is introduced, new security issue is introduced. So a continuous vulnerability assessment is very important, where in every 3 months or every 6 months you have to conduct the penetration testing to make sure that your application is hack proof. So if I talk about like few of the example like where we actually help our different clients to achieving their goals, their business goals. So first one is the like a top healthcare company from Australia. So they have a like healthcare product and they have two mobile applications and they want to check the overall security of the application, not just one part. And they have both Android and iOS. And they are planning to go for SOC 2 standards. So we conducted deep penetration testing for the mobile application, both Android and iOS, and we like report the vulnerabilities. So around 17 vulnerabilities we reported, including 4 critical and 5 high, and those including lot of business logic issues, since their API is also very much affected. So at the end, like we perform the pen test, we help their development team to fix it, we retest it and ensure that their application is fully secure. We provide them a letter of attestation, and using that letter of attestation, they go for the SOC 2 and they achieve SOC 2 compliances. This client is very happy with our services. We have a like around a big deal with them, agreement with them. So yeah, the client is fabulous. And the second case study is a like leading fintech company in USA. This is a recent case. This company is actually in fintech and they want to tie with the government bodies. But in government, they have a regulation that you have to submit the pen test report to them before signing the partnership agreement with the government body. So they come to us hey, Qualysec, that we want to make sure that our application is secure, our partner is need a pen test report, and they also want to very put things, make things very quick, right? So we identified like we quickly jump into their project. They also have the both Android and iOS. We perform the pen test on both the platform. We found like 25 vulnerabilities, including like payment manipulation also. They have a fintech company, they have some payment integration things, and we found the payment manipulation issues there in their application. Similarly, we also help them to fix those issues, and this pen test report is very much appreciated by the government bodies. And at the end, they achieve and partner with the government. They are doing the business pretty well. And with our help, we are also very proud that with our help, they achieve a great milestone in their business. So this is few examples where we help different company to achieving and make sure that their mobile application are secure. So like if I talk about about Qualysec, we are one of the very few company in the world who are actually following the process based pen testing. As I mentioned that the like most people do automation manual, but we do automation plus manual with a process to get most out of both. So where we have to do automation, where we have to do manual, everything we have a process and we following it. That things actually give us the result. And we have worked with like almost 110 plus clients over 18 different countries in the world. We have completed almost we have secured almost 450 plus applications, and because of our process based testing, so till now none of our clients ever face a single data breach. This is representing like how effective and efficient our solution is. And for mobile application, there are actually three things we are providing, three services like Android pen testing, iOS pen testing, and hybrid application pen testing. So this is what about Qualysec and about how we perform the mobile application pen testing. So thanks, thank you. So it is a long presentation, I believe. So thank you for hearing me, and this is why we cover everything like what is mobile pen testing, what are the significance, why pen testing is important for business, what are the common vulnerabilities, and how we can secure it, and in securing how Qualysec can help. So we discuss everything.